The technology that allows us to control computers via speech is still very new, especially when you consider that the ultimate goal of speech recognition technology is to make talking to a computer as natural as talking to another human being. Talking to another human being. Talking to another human being. Pause. Oh my god. Talking to another human being. This requires the computer to both be able to understand human speech and to simulate human speech. Understanding human speech is called speech recognition. Simulating human speech is called text-to-speech conversion. When people first started making speech recognition software, when people first started making speech recognition software, oh my god, this is so frustrating. When people first started making speech recognition software, they designed it to take large numbers of incoming phone calls. This was a good place to start because recognizing the caller's speech meant this was a good place to start because recognizing this was a good place to start because recognizing the caller's speech meant why would they make it cut off there? This was a good place to start because recognizing the caller's speech meant recognizing only a few different responses, each suggested by the software. Text-to-speech conversion also worked well in telephone systems. The system usually only had to simulate short, precise phrases. Short and precise phrases are easier to pronounce. Apparently not. Short and precise phrases are easier to pronounce for text-to-speech conversion systems. Personal computers are now beginning to do a good job for speech recognition and text-to-speech conversion. Personal computers allow users to complete a wide variety of tasks. But for all their virtues, computers understand speech differently than human beings. Computers understand words and by analyzing sound waves. And they understand sentences by judging how likely it is that certain words will appear next to each other. The more different things a computer has to listen for, the harder it is to accurately recognize what a person might say. On the telephone, a caller is expected to respond to a prompt with concise information. In this case, the software usually knows exactly what to listen for, such as an account number, a zip code, or a departure city. Using a computer, people can do many things at any given time. We can even do many things simultaneously. We can chat with a friend and read a news article at the same time. Since the software doesn't know what we're doing or what we'll do next, it has to assume that we might say just about anything at any given time. This challenge becomes even more complicated when people dictate to the computer. The computer has to be ready to recognize anything we might say, even if it has nothing to do with what we just said, or we're not dictating but still talking. Personal computers handle this problem by dividing what a user might say into commands and dictation. The computer limits the number of commands we can speak at any given time. The computer listens only for a small set of commands that can apply to what we're doing. When we're working on something that allows us to dictate text, the computer still tries to interpret what we say as a command. If the computer doesn't recognize what we say as a command, it will interpret the speech as dictation. The computer then enters this dictation into the current program as text. This concludes the speech recognition background information training session. To learn more about speech recognition, look in the help documentation for speech. Wow, that was really, really insightful. I feel so much More like an AI.